With like-for-like 5-year historical and forecast data, as well as commentary across 13 industry segments spanning cinema, TV and video, TV advertising, internet access, radio, out-of-home advertising, video games, newspaper publishing, magazine publishing, business-to-business, internet advertising, book publishing and music. In 54 countries, the outlook makes it easy to compare and contrast consumer and advertising spend across segments and countries.
Chinese cinema is currently in the midst of an extraordinary growth spurt that, if it continues at the current rate, will see its box office revenue exceed that of the US as the world's biggest box office market by 2017. China's box office revenue in 2015 rose by 49% year-on-year to $6 billion, from $4 billion in 2014. These astonishing figures mean that China is already the world's second-largest film market, and by 2020, it is anticipated that box office revenue will be at $15 billion, at a 19% compound annual growth rate over the forecast period. Concurrently, cinema advertising in China is set to reach $161 million by 2020, with a compound annual growth rate of more than 11%, up from $93 million in 2015. In 2015, China's box office revenue from local films exceeded renminbi 2.7 billion, while imported films saw a little over renminbi 1.7 billion. The figures mark year-on-year rises for both sources, though the gap is widening between domestically produced and imported films from 2014. Admissions will soar from 1.1 billion in 2015 to 2.5 billion in 2020, at a compound annual growth rate of more than 16%. The average admission price will increase over the same period from $5 in 2015 to $6 in 2020. China is seeing a rise in screen numbers, a trend that is forecast to fuel further growth as a vast population remains relatively underserved. Audiences in China have responded particularly positively to 3D films, reflected by the national box office revenue for 3D films worth over $2 billion in 2014, the largest 3D box office market in the world. By the end of 2014, over 86% of screens were configured for 3D. In addition, China continues to be IMAX 3D's second largest and fast-growing market. Improved quality and relevance of domestically produced films are spurring growth in Chinese cinema. Nurturing by the government-mandated quota on international films, with increased funding for domestic production, have led to a veritable explosion in locally produced films. If you wish to find out more about our entertainment and media outlook, please go to our website, where you can dataset and analysis at a segment and country level. Should you have any inquiries, you're welcome to contact us.